My name is Paige Zuckerman, and I'm the Clinical and Co-Executive Director of Red Willow Counseling and Recovery. My specialties are folks in the LGBTQ community, and that includes I work with gender-related issues in general. That includes issues for men and masculinity and the impacts of masculinity and how men can learn a different and more expansive version of that. I also specialize highly with folks who are dealing with chronic pain, chronic illness, and medical trauma. I myself am someone who lives with chronic health issues, and I really love working with that population because the mental and emotional health impacts of being chronically ill are profound and are often not recognized, especially if you're a person with disability who may not appear to be disabled. So disability issues on a whole, including invisible disabilities, are specialties. I also I do EMDR and also do EFT for couples. I love people's stories. I can't help but really value and have incredible curiosity about the story that every human being embodies. And I love being invited into the opportunity to not only share that story, but to comprehend it, expand upon it, maybe help it grow, and ultimately in a way that helps that person feel a greater sense of not just healing, but personal empowerment. I think our stories are often both our greatest strengths and potentially the space that holds us back the most. And being able to relate to that story differently and allow it to change in a way that makes us feel differently about ourselves and our life is one of the coolest things that a person can ever do. And I think it's a privilege to be invited to join in that process. I became a therapist because I wanted to not only get to share in people's stories, but help them discover how those could transform. I would absolutely say that mental health is more in people's awareness than ever before. I think that events of the past couple of years have expanded people's consciousness about the need for mental health care, the stress that a lot of people are experiencing in the world, and the way that it's affecting them in different ways. The demand for mental health care is most certainly at some of the highest I've ever seen. And actually really the last couple of years, I've never seen it be as high as it is now. And I see that as a really good sign because it means that the stigma around needing care in that way and needing support for one's mental health is lowering day by day and year by year, and I think that's a wonderful progress for our society. I think more people are seeking mental health care willingly and proactively than ever before, and I'm also noticing that people are being a lot more open and feel a lot more comfortable to tell people in their lives, I'm seeing a therapist, and I feel good about it. And in some cases are even going to people in their lives and going, maybe you could see a therapist too. So I think that it's not only getting more comfortable for people themselves, but that is being shared in a way that's really positive. And we've had people reach out to us who are referred by someone who's already being seen, a friend or family member, and are saying, I've never done this before, but I finally feel like I'm ready, and it feels like it actually isn't something I'm afraid of. And that is awesome to see that that's the reception it's getting. Red Willow offers a lot of opportunities for folks who are learning to be therapists as well. One of my favorite parts of my role at Red Willow is as a clinical supervisor and in creating both trainings as well as trainee and internship opportunities for new therapists. We are a learning environment, we're a growing environment, as our name maybe would indicate. And we are a space that invites opportunities for trainee therapists to develop their therapeutic identity and style. We offer practicum and internship opportunities for therapists in social work, clinical mental health programs, as well as marriage and family therapy. And we have supervision capacities for all of those different program areas. So folks who are coming out of graduation in those programs are invited to look into us as an opportunity where they can develop some of that advanced therapeutic identity.